Good afternoon, folks. My name is Kurt Hitzemann, County Court Judge here in Hernando County. You folks are here for your first appearance. The purpose of the first appearance is so that you may be informed of the charges against you. I'll determine if probable cause exists for those charges. Probable cause simply means it's more likely than not that a crime has occurred, and more likely than not that you're the person who committed that crime. Of course, as you stand before me this afternoon, I presume that you're innocent of these charges. That presumption of innocence will stay with you through every stage of the proceedings, unless and until the state attorney's office is able to prove the allegations against you beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. We'll set your conditions of pretrial release this afternoon, that is your bail or your bond. In most cases, you've had a bond set already pursuant to the bond schedule here in the 5th Judicial Circuit, or the warrant which led to your arrest. I'll determine if that bond should be raised or lowered or left the same, or whether there'll be additional conditions of pretrial release placed upon you. We'll let you know when your next court date will be. And if you'd like to have the services of the public defender, I'll gladly appoint the PD to represent you this afternoon. You do have a right to have contact with folks on the outside, family, friends, counsel. If you have not had a chance to make that call, please let me know. We'll make sure that that happens. Finally, and most importantly, you're advised that you do have an absolute right to remain silent with regard to the facts which surround your arrest. I encourage you to do that. These proceedings are recorded. In addition, there is an assistant state attorney in the courtroom with me. If you say something that tends to incriminate you, they will use it against you in the prosecution down the road. I now need each and every one of you there at the jail to please raise your right hands and be sworn.
Raise your right hand.
Y'all solemnly swear, affirm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Outstanding. When you hear your name called, please step forward to the podium. Tara Avalone.
Right here.
There you go. Afternoon, Tara. What's your date of birth?
January 18th, 1983.
Very good. That charge is possession of methamphetamine. There's probable cause for that charge. As to that charge, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender? Okay, I'll appoint the public defender. State, what can you tell me?
Just in 2015, it looks like she failed to appear for something, but I don't know what the offense was.
Right. Tara, I have an address for you on Roble Avenue in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yeah.
How long have you lived there?
Since 1985.
Okay. Do you have a job these days? No?
A lot.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. I'm going to have you back in court on April 30th. If you get out, make sure you go see the public defender right away, okay? Rebecca Brush.
Good morning, Judge.
Afternoon, Miss Brush. What's your date of birth?
11/8/84.
Okay, hang on one second. All right, Rebecca, there's 4 charges today: possession of methamphetamine, possession of marijuana, possession of drug paraphernalia, and driving on an expired driver's license. Now, there's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Can I have a public defender,
You
please?
sure can. I'll appoint the PD. State, what would you like to tell me?
Your Honor, in 2016, there's an adjudication for possession of a controlled substance, as well as an adjudication for possession of paraphernalia, a dropped possession of cocaine, false ID given to law enforcement. Then in 2013, there's an adjudication for petty theft, also an adjudication for marijuana possession, also possession of oxy, and obstruct without violence, and possession of paraphernalia, as well as possession of a controlled substance. In 2009, there's a withhold on a grand theft. In 2007, there's an adjudication for assault. In 2005, there's an adjudication for battery on a person 65 years of age or older. And that's all I see.
Rebecca, I've got an address for you on Jason Drive. Is that where you live now?
Kinda, not really. That was my ex-boyfriend, but right now I'm homeless.
Okay. Is there some place where you can still get mail, Rebecca?
I don't have an address right now, sir.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
Yes, I do.
What do you
I'm
do?
taking care. I'm doing home health care. I'm taking care of this guy. Helping him with his dad and his mom got a broken hip. I've been helping them get in and out of the shower and cooking them dinner and stuff like that.
Okay.
I take them. I take them outside to go walk because they're in wheelchairs and stuff like that.
Okay.
Anything that they need, showers, bathing.
Gotcha. All right. So Rebecca, on the meth, I'm going to set your bond at $2,000. On the other three charges at $500. That's a total of $3,500. Okay.
Judge, is there any possible way that you could leave it where it was, because I need to get back out. I'm really trying to do good things with my life. I'm trying to help these people and everything else, and they're helping me. I did one time.
Hey,
messed
Rebecca,
up.
I just reduced it by 5,000.
Oh, you downed it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Happy
so
birthday. All right, you'll be
Thank
back.
you.
You'll be back in court on April 30th. All right.
Hold on. How much is my bond, sir?
3,500. It was 8,500. Now it's 3,500.
Oh, so how much is it for me to get out?
Well, you have to talk to a bondsman. I don't do
Thank
that.
you, Judge.
Okay.
What was the date?
The 30th.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, stop talking.
Rhonda Smith. Afternoon, Rhonda. What's your date of birth?
August 29th, 1986.
Rhonda, I have two charges today: possession of methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself. Do you plan to hire a private lawyer? Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender, please.
I'll appoint the PD. Ms. Bunker, what can you tell me?
It looks like she was admitted to DOC in 2017, so probably released relatively recently.
Okay.
In 2017, there's an adjudication for no motor vehicle registration, driving while license suspended as a habitual traffic offender, possession of paraphernalia, and possession of a controlled substance. Also, in 2013, there's an adjudication for possession of a controlled substance. There was also a DOC sentence at that time. Possession controlled, introduced into a detention facility, as well as possession of paraphernalia, and another charge for possession of controlled substance. Back in 2008, there's an adjudication for driving while license suspended and possession of paraphernalia. There's another driving while license suspended in 2008. And then in 2007, an adjudication for possession of alprazolam, as well as possession of cocaine. That's what I see.
Okay. Rhonda, where have you been staying lately?
My dad's.
Okay. What's your dad's address?
13379 Sun Road.
All right. Do you have a job these days?
Yes, I do.
What do you do?
I work at CMI. It's a
Okay.
telemarketing company.
Okay. How long you been out?
I think 11 months now.
Okay. All right. I will set your bond on the meth at 2,000, on the paraphernalia at 500. That's a total of 2,500. I'm going to have you back in court on the 30th of April. If you get out, make sure you contact the PD right away, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Shannon Gelser. Afternoon, Shannon. What's your date of birth?
3/25/91.
Shannon, I have a warrant for you out of Pinellas County. The warrant appears to have something to do with a violation of conditions of pretrial release on a DUI, felony DUI. The judge that issued that bond set your bond at no bond. I can't change that. We will let the folks in Pinellas know that you're here and ready to go. I will give them 5 days to come get you. You should be gone before that time is up, but if for some strange reason you're still here, they'll bring you back to see me and I'll find out what the problem is, all right?
Okay.
Thank you.
I have
Go
court
ahead.
on Monday.
What's that?
I have court on Monday
Court where?
in Pinellas.
Okay. Well, you may be there, you may not. There's not much I can do about that right now, okay?
Okay.
All right. Willie Haynes. Morning, afternoon, Mr. Haynes. What's your date of birth?
3385.
All right. Willie, I got 3 issues for you today. First, I have 2 warrants for you out of Pasco. One is for failing to appear on a misdemeanor charge of some kind of battery. The other one is an arrest warrant for a felony criminal mischief. I also then have an arrest for a battery being domestic in nature. There's probable cause for that. As to the battery charge here locally, do you wish to represent yourself? You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
PD.
I'll appoint the PD. State what you need to tell me.
First, the victim is here and would like to
Okay.
speak after I go through the history.
Very good.
Let me run through that. So, in 2006, there's a withhold for a domestic battery. In 2004, contempt of court in Pasco. It looks like there was also a battery that was dropped in 2004, so contempt, I think, is related to that. 2004, there's a withhold for a driving while license suspended. Then, looks like there was a case for trafficking that was dismissed. An aggravated battery in 2003 that was dropped. That's the only.
Okay. And will I have an address for you on White House Avenue in Dade City? Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you lived there?
Almost 20 years.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
No, sir.
Okay. How long has it been since you worked?
I couldn't even tell you, sir.
Okay. And it looks like you no longer live with Miss Bullock. Is that right?
That's right.
All right. And she's here?
Yes, Your Honor.
You want to come forward?
Yes, sir.
Hang on a sec. Raise your hand for me. Solemnly swear firm tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
State your name.
Mikkel Bullock.
All right, Miss Bullock, what do you want to tell me?
I just want to ask that you lift the junction up off of Mr. Haynes. We've been together for a little over 6 years, and we've never been through anything like this. People go through their bad times, and it was just one of those. But I'm just asking that you lift this junction off of him, please, sir.
Okay, you'd like to have contact with him, is what you're
Yes, sir. He means well. He's a very good guy.
saying? Okay. And how long have you known him?
I've known him a little over 6 years now.
Are you concerned that he will hurt you or harm you in any way?
No, sir. He's never hurt me or harmed
Anybody
me.
threaten you or coerce you to get you to come here and ask for contact?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to set the bond at $1,000. Condition of the bond, Willie, is that if you have any contact with Miss Bullock, it'll be peaceful contact. It is always a crime for you to touch her any way she does not want to be touched. It could be a violation of your conditions of pretrial release if you so much as raised your voice. Any contact that you have with her must be peaceful contact. You'll be back in court on that charge on the 1st of May. Very important that you go see the public defender when you get out, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, now don't go anywhere. Willie, hang on. You're good. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
As far as those 2 Pasco warrants, the judges that issued those warrants set bonds of $1,013 on the misdemeanor and $5,000 on the felony. I can't change those. So here's your situation, Willie. If you can post the bond on the local charge, but then you don't have the money for the Pasco charges, then Pasco will have 5 days to come get you. If you can post the money on all your charges, then you can get out, and you'll need to go to Pasco to make sure you know when your court dates are for the Pasco charges, all right?
So what do I need? Like $750 to bond on all of those charges?
Your total all the way around is $7,013, right?
So that's like $700 basically,
Well,
right?
I don't do much work as a bondsman. I've got this job, so you'll have to talk to a bondsman.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Leonard Kearns. Afternoon, Mr. Kearns. What's your date of birth?
9/25/62.
Mr. Kearns, you're here on a warrant that was signed by Judge Merritt. He found probable cause for a violation of probation. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender, sir.
I'll appoint the PD. Judge Merritt set your bond at no bond. I'm not going to change that. I'll send you back to see him on the 30th of April. Public defender will come see you before you go to court, okay?
Okay, thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Jonathan Lawrence. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
9/2/82.
Jonathan, 2 charges today: possession of methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll point the PD. State.
Yes, Your Honor. In 2018, there's an adjudication for possession of a controlled substance. In 2017, an adjudication for petty theft. There's some FTAs. There's 2016 adjudication for grand theft. In 2007, a violation of probation. 2001, driving while license suspended. And that's all I can get from this, Your Honor.
And Jonathan, looks like you don't have a regular address. Is that right?
No, sir.
Okay. Is there some place that you get mail, or you don't do that?
I guess my mother's house would be fine.
Okay. What's that address?
3422 Naughty Oak Circle, Spring Hill, Florida.
Okay. You have a job these days?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. I'm going to leave the bond on the meth at $2,000, on the paraphernalia at $500. Your total's $2,500. You'll be back in court on the 30th of April, Jonathan. If you get out, you should go see the PD. If you can't get out, they'll come see you at the jail before you go to court again, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Katan Mehta?
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
April 21st, 1989.
Sir, I have 8 different charges for you today. I've got 1 count of organized fraud, 5 counts of possession of controlled substance, 1 count of possession of hashish, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
I would like a public defender, please.
I'll appoint the public defender. Ms. Bunker, what can you tell me?
Your Honor, I don't see anything else in Florida. He has out of state. Looks like it's Illinois.
Okay.
And in 2017, he had a 24-month sentence for retail theft. Looks like it might have been probation. In 2016, it looks like something like unlawful possession of credit for debit cards. And that's all I see.
All right. And, okay. All right, there it is. Sir, I've got an address for you on Landover Boulevard. Is that where you live?
3411 Landover Boulevard.
All right. How long have you been there?
Almost a year.
All right. Do you have it? Well, you probably don't have a job right now, do you?
I'm not too sure. If I get out today, I could possibly see if I can still keep my job and I could be there at 10 o'clock at night to run the overnight again.
Okay. Well, good luck with that. All right. On the fraud charge, I will set a bond of $1,000. On the controlled substance, the hash and the paraphernalia, I'll leave those per the arrest affidavit, which is $5,000 on each of the controlled substance, $500 on the hash, and $500 on the paraphernalia. That's $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Then is your total all the way around. All of these cases are coming back on the 30th of April. If you get out, it's very important that you see the public defender right away, okay?
Is there any way I can get R&R and
Now,
be able to...
no way for ROR on this. We're as low as we're going to go unless your lawyer makes some other motion and brings other information to your trial judge, which will not be me, okay?
Okay, I was just wondering, is there any way we can get to like a 4,000 bond and I can pay 400 now?
All right, I apologize if I wasn't clear. That's it. There is no other bond for you.
Sorry about that.
That's
Sorry
not a problem at all.
Have a great day.
A part of my day. Donovan Mills. Hello, Donovan.
How you doing?
Date of birth?
03-16-92.
Well, Donovan, the good news is this isn't a new crime. Bad news is it's in Sumter County. It's a writ of bodily attachment. Apparently a circuit judge and a hearing officer over there determined that you owe some child support. They set a cash purge for you of $1,177. I can't change that. It's out of county. So if you can come up with that money, you can get out of jail here. If you can't come up with it, you're going to have to go to Sumter County. I give them 5 days to come pick you up in that instance. Sumter doesn't take 5, but if for some strange reason you're still here in 5, they'll bring you back to see me, all right?
All right.
Thanks, Donovan. Ricky Knuckles? Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
April 17th, 1956.
All right, Ricky, I've got 3 warrants out of Pasco County. They're all for failing to appear. The first one relates to resisting without violence and possession of stolen property. And the third one is I'm not sure what it is, but it's a misdemeanor. All 3 of them, the judge or judges that issued these warrants set bonds of $513. That gives you a total bond of $1,539. If you can post those bonds, Ricky, you can get out of jail here, go down to Newport Richie, find out when they want you in court. If you can't post them, I'll give Pasco 5 days to come get you. Never takes 5 with Pasco, but if for some strange reason you're still here in 5, they'll bring you back to see me, okay?
Okay, sir, may I say something?
You sure can.
The officer that brought me here last night said I didn't appear in court on February the 14th, but I actually was there. I went upstairs in Pasco Courthouse, and they dismissed that case about debris in the backyard.
Okay.
It was a code enforcement debris in the backyard. It wasn't even my yard or my debris.
Okay. Well, Ricky, here's the thing.
And I never steal either, sir. I
Ricky,
never steal.
Here's the thing. The warrants are from Pasco County. You're here with me in Hernando County. I'm a Hernando County judge. Pasco isn't even in my circuit. So there's just nothing I can do other than say you got to get to Pasco to get it cleared up.
I will, but I need to say that you said something about stolen property.
I don't have any idea, Ricky. You know better than what I know. I don't know.
Sure.
It's 3 FTAs. The total is $1,539. That is the whole sum total of my knowledge on your case.
This is new news to me because
Oh, Ricky, have a seat. I can't help you. You have to go to Pasco.
Okay. Right there, sit down.
Joseph Pereira? Afternoon, Joseph. What's your date of birth?
6/25/84.
Joseph, you're here in a warrant signed by Judge Rupi. Apparently you failed to appear in her court yesterday. Miss Bunkers, this is the sort of thing he can resolve today.
I wrote it down.
Hey, stop talking. Stop talking. Hang on.
He originally had an offer of 10 days.
Okay. So Joseph, if you wanted to resolve your case today, the offer is 10 days. You have 1 day in right now. If you want to take that, you can. If you would otherwise like a chance to speak to a lawyer, I can set a bond and have you speak to a lawyer.
Your Honor, though, the judge, when I went to the court, she said as long as I fix my license, that it will be thrown away. I fixed my license. I have the documents of me fixing my license and everything.
No, okay. It's not about documents. Do you have a valid Florida license right now?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, sir.
Okay.
All right.
Hang on. Jay, you want to run his record? Joe, you have a seat. I'm going to run your record. So you're either going to have a valid license, which I can determine, or you're going to have lied to me under oath. So sit down. We'll let you know what the answer is in a second. Jose Muno.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, how are you today?
Could be better.
Amen. All right, Jose, I have a warrant for you out of the great state of Michigan.
Yes,
here
sir.
are your options today. You are entitled, as you're here in Florida, the state of Michigan wants you to have an extradition hearing. The point of an extradition hearing would be to determine if you're the right person and if the state of Michigan actually has a warrant for your arrest. If we're able to do that following an extradition hearing, then at that point Michigan would have 15 days to come and get you. The process of going to and through an extradition hearing can take in the neighborhood of 60 days. While you're waiting for that hearing, you would stay right where you are now, which is in the Hernando County Jail. You can waive your right to that hearing this afternoon if you wish. If you waive your right to an extradition hearing, Michigan will be notified immediately that they have 15 days to come and get you. And then if you're still here in 15 days, they would bring you back to see me, and I'd find out what's going on. So your decision today is, would you like an extradition hearing, or would you like me to put Michigan on the clock right now?
If I can just say something real quick, sir,
Sure.
before that. This is about child support, and
Yes.
my child support is coming directly out of my disability. I'm 100% disabled. And it's been coming out, and I've always paid my child support.
Right.
So I don't know, is there a way somebody can contact the child support department in the state of Michigan and confirm all that? Because it is coming out.
What I can tell you is that when you got picked up last night, they teletyped the state of Michigan. They confirmed the warrant, and so that's the answer. I can't tell you anything about it. We just had Ricky up here wanting to talk about his Pasco case, which at least is the next case south. This is the state of Michigan, which is about 8 states north. So I know nothing other than I'm from Wisconsin and I don't like the state of Michigan. But that doesn't affect me.
I don't know. That's why I don't understand why I have to go back to Michigan when they can confirm this over. That's why I don't understand.
I don't know, Jose. The thing, you can tell me you want a hearing, or you can tell me you want to waive and put them on the clock. And in the meantime, the thing to do would be contact an attorney and have somebody start lobbying on your behalf in Michigan, because your problem is in Michigan, not here. We have no issues with you.
A public defender would not be able to help me here.
No, because that's not a Florida issue.
Oh my gosh, I'm at a loss. I really don't know what to do, sir.
Well, the answer, I understand all the angst about this, but the decision, as is often the case with me, is between two unpleasant things, but one of them is much less unpleasant than the other. So the one of them is you ask for an extradition hearing and you spend in the neighborhood of 60 days in the county jail. My guess is, based on what you've told me, in those 60, at that extradition hearing, we're going to assume this is you and there's something going on in Michigan. And that's as far as we're going to get into it. We're not going to get into the meat of your case. Once we've done that, then Michigan is going to get 15 days. So if you ask for a hearing, and I'm not telling you you shouldn't, you could be here for close to 75 days in the county jail. If you waive that hearing, this is going to get resolved one way or the other in the next couple of weeks, because you're going to be back in Michigan.
Okay. Then let's go back to Michigan and get
There
this
you go.
taken
All
care
right. So have them sign a waiver. All right, very good. So Jose, they are going to get notified today that they have 15 days to come get you. If you're still here in 15 days, they're going to bring you back to see me, and we're going to find out what happened, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, and Joe Pereira, come on back up. He does have a valid license, Allison.
Okay.
And so what's your pleasure?
Withhold credit time served.
Okay. Joe, you do have a valid license. The state says if you'd like to, because of the FDA still, if you'd like to resolve it today, it would be a withhold of adjudication and your fines and costs, and you're out the door, and I would give you just costs, save you a little money on that end. Would you like to resolve today?
Yes, sir.
You understand by entering a plea today, you give up the right to have a trial by jury, the right to confront the witnesses against you, the right to remain silent, the right to have a lawyer. Do you want to give up those rights so we can take care of this today?
Yes, sir.
Pardon me. Case number 19MM493 as the charge that you possess to revoke driver's license. How do you wish to plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest.
I'll accept that plea. Find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll withhold adjudication. Assess fine in court. I'll just court costs, which are what now? These $323. When you get out, Joe, you're getting out today. Get to the clerk's office at the courthouse as quick as you can and make arrangements to pay that $323. Because if you don't, they're going to suspend your driver's license again. All right?
All right.
All right, you're good to go, brother. If nothing else keeping you in the jail, you'll be released today.
All right.
Thank you. Brett Rosenberg.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Doing good, Brett. What's your date of birth?
12/16/1964.
Hang on. Oh, Charges driving on a suspended license. Brett, there's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire a private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
PD, please, Your Honor.
I'll point to PD. Ms. Bunker, what can you tell me?
Well,
Other than the driving record, which I see.
Your Honor, I see in 2016 he has an adjudication for petty theft as well as resisting an officer without violence. It looks like in 2010 there's a withhold on criminal mischief. And a withhold on resisting law enforcement officer without violence. And that's all I see.
Okay. Brett, I have an address for you on Drysdale Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long you been there?
5 years?
All right. You have a job? You have a job these days?
Not right now, Your Honor.
Okay. How long has it been since you worked?
About 9 months.
To set your bond at $1,000. I'm going to have you back in court on the 1st of May. Very important that you contact the public defender if you get out, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Joshua Uloa? Afternoon, Joshua. What's your date of birth?
2/28/86.
Joshua, you're here on a warrant out of Citrus County. The judge that signed that warrant found probable cause for a violation of probation and set your bond at no bond. I can't change that. I'll let the folks at Citrus know you're here and ready to go. They have 5 days to come get you. It doesn't take 5 with Citrus, but if for some strange reason you're still here in 5, they'll bring you back to see me, all right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to be.
It looks like it, Joe. Awesome. Thank you.